You know, the vibes, they are immaculate. But yeah, ShadyBlady and Marvelous Marco. Who did you say Marco plays?
To my
To your
knowledge, it's Toon Link. Unless he changed character.
Okay. So, oh, you know what? I think it is because I remember I think Marco had a pretty cool set at main stage against Light.
Yes.
I remember watching
that was a good
play.
set.
I was like, this Toon Link is pretty solid.
Yeah, there it
Okay,
is.
and there it is, right on cue. Cool. All right, so it's going to be Toon Link taking on Robin. All right.
Yeah. And Marvelous Marco has been a competitor in Smash, or at least the first time I saw him was way back in the Smash 4 days. So definitely been competing for quite some time here in the SoCal region. So, you know, I'm already going to just letting you guys know a little bias here for Marvelous Marco. Want the boy to get through here, but against here, ShadyBlady on the Robin, a character. I mean, both these characters we don't see too often, right?
Correct. Ooh, nice Nosferatu. Back some of that health. But yeah, I mean, Robin is just fun in like the regard, like, okay, if you're really not sure what's going on, good opportunities to kind of trick you, right?
Yeah.
Like Robin is one of those, I don't want to say a gimmick character, but like, you know, your unfamiliarity can cost you sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And with Toon Link, at least there's some characters that are a little similar, right? Obviously, all the Link characters, so you know how to avoid tether grab, you know how to deal with boomerangs or arrows or bombs, right? Toon Link definitely having a very powerful confirm off the bomb. The bomb into the forward air is going to be really strong here. And, of course, there's the up smash to catch the cross-up coming out from ShadyBlady.
I want to shout out this Robin skin, too. Somebody pointed that out in the chat. Yes, this is a beautiful Robin skin.
Yeah, Robin has a very good color. Oh,
that's
my.
A beautiful confirm as well.
Yes.
How about that? Man, ShadyBlady said, what's up?
Yeah, Robin has gotten a little bit of love in terms of the buffs Robin has received. I think the side view was one of the bigger buffs coming in for Robin. But the main thorn on your side if you're playing Robin is that speed, right? You are a projectile mage character, but you don't have a lot of speed to back it up and a lot of boxing options. There's so many zoners in Ultimate that you have the zoning capabilities, and you also, when someone gets up close to you, you have the options to kind of fend them away. Yeah. Robin not having the luxury of that, and on top of that, you're very immobile as well. So that's where Robin can get a little bit of inconsistencies when it comes to matchups.
Yeah, like that, you know, that lack of speed and burst in certain pivotal situations can be very, very costly.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing that can definitely hold this character back, but right place, right time. Guys, that's all Robin really needs. Good stuff from Marco, though. Definitely kind of segueing around some of these options really well. Just the movement from both of these guys. Really appreciate that thus far. Gets caught rolling back, though.
You do have to watch it, though, because with all this range, or rage, max rage here on ShadyBlady, the electric blade will come through, and that thing is powerful.
Nice.
Great job, forward tilt coming out from Toon Link. Very good move, actually. Very active, and then there's no sour spot on it either, so you don't have to worry about getting a certain spot of the move, and it always just sends in that direction, you know, either left or right. Great combination coming out here from Marco, though.
Oh, if that was a grab, that would have been perfect.
Double back air, yep.
Nice. Kind of keeping Robin in check.
I love Marvelous Marco's usage of that neutral, right? You either see Marvelous Marco spacing that far end of it, or you see him getting very up close and personal, getting both hits of the nair.
Yeah. Ooh, great anti-air. That was fantastic. The up tilt, nicely done. The grab movement right now really picking up for Marco. These closing moments. Right, giving him another shot with that fair.
Nice navigation coming out from ShadyBlade around that bomb. There's the neutral air with the Levin Blade. And like I said, the Levin Blade backed up with some electricity is going to do a ton of damage here, have a ton of knockback, so you got to watch out. There's no double jump here. You can't get sniped. You have no air dodge. That is going to be it unless you got the bomb recovery to make it back, and it's not going to be enough. ShadyBlady with the clutch edge guard.
Wow, ShadyBlady really making the clutch plays for that one. Being able to take out that double jump, and there was no bomb either. That's when you kind of knew, even with the pretty generous recovery that Toon Link has, that far out, no bomb, no chance.
You know, and ShadyBlady got the Guild House jersey on. This might be a NorCal SoCal battle, man.
Might be, and I really feel like Marco, like, you know, the majority of that had control, right? Felt like was definitely, you know, kind of dictating how the match was flowing, but you know, it's those kind of closing moments sometimes that can really just break the game wide open. And for Shady, able to find one. Hats off to him.
Yeah, and the thing that really came down to it was ShadyBlady's survivability, right? Yeah. When you're able to survive with Robin a little bit on the heavier side, and Marvelous Marco couldn't really line up any edge guards as well. We saw Marvelous Marco trying to drop some bombs towards the bottom of the blast zone there to try and catch ShadyBlady's up B, but ShadyBlady did a really good job of navigating around with his up B, just kind of dodging some of those bombs. And because of that, ShadyBlady was able to hold on to a lot of rage and just kind of get this straight hit spacing with the sword move and get the KOs fairly early here on Toon Link at around that 190% mark. That's going to be such a big W, especially if you're surviving to like the 150 mark. But this time, Marvelous Marco coming out with a huge lead, 115 to 30.
It's kind of the funny thing about, Robin, like always feels like, the character has to kind of do it the harder way, right? Like really no shortcuts for this character.
Yeah. Okay, the jab here.
Nice.
And again, we're kind of seeing the same situation where Marvelous Marco, incredible opening to the stock, and then all of a sudden, ShadyBlady just survives for so long. Marvelous Marco wants to go for the edge guard, but just opts for the ledge trap, and back-to-back, again, that forward tilt is so powerful. It's active, it has not too much end lag, and you see how Marvelous Marco was able to pump fake with the first one and just catch the ledge jump immediately with that second one. Oh, man. Oh, betrayal of the bomb there. Not going to take too much damage for it, though. Marvelous Marco ends up back on the stage.
Marco feeling pretty good right now. Definitely kind of like having the start to the game he was hoping for on the last one.
I'm so happy that Marco, even though catching the double jump, just didn't go for the all-in edge guard. It's like, you know what? I got the lead. I'm chilling. I can just get this ledge trap.
That's it.
And just like that.
Just like that, man. Exactly. Because you're already in a great position. You don't have to force the issue, man. At that point, it's like your opponent has to respond, and you just have to navigate around that. And that's exactly what Marco's doing. Phenomenal response to that close game number one, just blowing Shady out right now.
Great connections coming out from Marvelous Marco as well. And there's the double hit in there I was talking about for the shield pressure. I love the cross of getting the backside hit, and then from there, Marvelous Marco can go for an up tilt or just another, string of shield pressure.
Yeah. Ton of good extensions from Marvelous Marco. And that might be a freestyle. It is. Wow. I mean, you want to talk about going from a last hit situation to an absolute blowout. Look no further. Marco said this game 3 is coming at you faster than you could count.
Yeah, this Toon Link is coming out. Marvelous Marco making the adjustments, and the adjustments were very, very clear in the side of Marvelous Marco. Really great stuff. One thing I really liked about that game particularly, and ShadyBlady might have to pick up on this, is ShadyBlady is throwing out some of these horizontal threats like arc fire and stuff, but if Marvelous Marco has the bomb, jumps over it, and then is able to start a combo starter by throwing the bomb in and then confirming off of it, Marvelous Marco got a lot off of that throughout that second game. So we'll see if ShadyBlady maybe not throwing out too much, especially with bomb in hand, right?
All right, off to game number 3. We've had so many good game number 3s, Charles, so
yes,
kind of hoping this one will follow that same trend, right?
Yeah, and like I said, I saw the Guild House jersey on top of ShadyBlady here, so we've got a classico, the NorCal SoCal showdown here, so really sick to see.
Guild House repping, man. Shout out to David.
Guild House is cool.
Yeah, and David, the guy who runs it, like this guy's an absolute demon, bro. He was bartending yesterday. The man who runs it, he was like, you know what? We got a lot of people. Let me go ahead and pick it up too. I said, I respect that, man. Now make sure you comp that drink. See ya.
Down for the grind. You always love to see
always
it, right?
Down for the grind, man. We appreciate it for sure. Appreciate good smash as well. And that's what you're getting this game number 3. Marvelous Marco having a pretty marvelous start to this one. Really threatening this first stock as Shady just trying to find the ground. Really it had been so long up until that point, but right back into the air he goes. And look at that, just tracking him down. Those options being covered and limited. And Marco gets that first stock clean.
Yeah, I feel like Marco's moneymaker for this set is these up airs. The up airs is what's really getting a lot of these man, again, look at the bomb pressure into the double hit of the Nair. Cross up as well. Ooh, that lingering back air, though. Can you close out the stock? Oh, no. Yeah, Marco's just been getting so much stocks out of the up air or trapping his opponents into, like, those up smash situations, right? So, I mean, that's the thing that Marco was struggling with game 1 was sealing out the stocks. And it's cool to see Marco kind of figure out what he exactly needs of the toolkit of his character, right? Like, okay, maybe more vertical pressure, more juggles.
Love a solid battle between NorCal and SoCal, man. Be a fun rivalry. I appreciate. Right now, though, SoCal on the upswing right now, and the swings are coming from Marco. He's feeling himself.
Yeah, Marco made some really steep adjustments coming into game 2, obviously with the 3 stock, and it might still be going because ShadyBlady has not really figured things out since game number 2. Was able to clutch out game 1 with the edge guard, right? But, I mean, game 2 was a 3 stock, and it might be another one here from Marco.
Yeah, Marco is, I mean, he is on an absolute tear. Excellent grab Right now, just kind of the fear being put into Shady.
Oh,
all
man.
these grabs are connecting. Gives up the air dodge. Fortunate not to get punished there, but able to respond. At the very least, the strike back for the moment. But I mean, you're at such a deficit right now. And not just, you know, it'd be a little easier if it was at least on the same footing when it comes to stocks. But you are an entire stock behind right now.
Oh, he tries to go for the double nair. Oh, tries to get the
say
snipe.
Some cheese would be good right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely going to need it.
Did you see what Marco did? He delayed a little bit so
Yeah.
he could catch him coming back up with the up B, and that's going to go ahead and be the closer. That was really smart edge guarding from Marco. Just great awareness of his position as well as his opponent.
Yeah, Marco definitely going for a lot more edge guards coming in towards the tail end of the set. They're feeling a little bit more comfortable and kind of figuring out, getting the key to the gate, if you will, right? Just being like, okay, if I do see you go high, because you're going ahead and you're avoiding some of these bombs going low, and I'm just going to go ahead and get that reverse up B, right? And then at that point, especially with no double jump, was able to seal it out. Amazing stuff coming out from Marco. The adaptation coming out from game number 1